I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I'm born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. Yes, I really love my job. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Yes, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. Yeshua, 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 Yeshua. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. We're disciples that make disciples that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. Let's keep firmly rooted. Firmly rooted.
Hey, good morning, Rooted Men, and happy Wednesday morning. Pastor Tom Donnelly, Firmly Rooted Ministries, and we're going to be digging into Psalm 7, the latter half of the Psalm, and talk about that here in just a minute. Let's see, Brian Vlaming, good morning. Steve Giroux, good morning. Bert Reggiani, good morning, gentlemen. Ken Gooch is on board, I see right there. Good morning, Ken. Good to have you guys on board. Looks like a couple others are popping on. What I find interesting in this particular psalm is in many of David's psalms, he is pondering the wicked. He's pondering what motivates them. He's pondering what they deal with. He's pondering the steps that we fall into when we kind of fall back into our sinful nature. Hey, Jason Bailey. And I think there's some key things here and key elements that help us understand the enemy's plan and the kinds of things that maybe sometimes even in this world we're living in, we feel something and we wonder what it is. So let me just go through this. I'm starting at verse 9, Psalm 7, verse 9. O righteous God, who searches minds and hearts and brings to an end the violence. Proverbs, the two wisdom literatures, violence always goes hand in hand with evil, with sin. Cain kills Abel, his own brother. Violence. You see, there's with the sinful nature, it is an emotional reaction versus something that's thinking. See, God has created us to have both our mind and our heart in sync with each other, and so they don't contradict. But the sinful nature doesn't need the mind, it just reacts. And violence and power becomes the way to do work because you can't reason. Right? So you silence the majority, you silence them because violence puts them back on their heels. David just seems to understand that. And he says, God, you search the hearts and minds of people. You're my shield, he says. You save the upright in heart. You're a righteous judge. And you are expressing wrath, judgment daily upon those who are wicked. If he does not relent, he will sharpen his sword. He will bend a string with his bow. He has prepared his deadly weapons. He makes ready his flaming arrows. Then he says, and he uses conception and impregnation as a picture of evil. He who is pregnant with evil and conceives trouble gives birth to delusionment. So now I want you to catch another thing. Not only is our sinful nature and not only is evil prone to violence, but they're prone to delusionment. Because the enemy's a liar, he doesn't speak truth. He's a murderer from the beginning, and he has no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language because he's the liar and the father of lies. Gentlemen, I need you to understand the enemy's battle plan. The enemy will always use violence, power, force as a way to get their thinking through, and also they'll use a delusionment. To you and I, it'll look like it's idiotic. It doesn't make any sense. Like we're because we have a spiritual mind, we are looking at the evil. We're looking at things in our society today, going, "Are they crazy?" Yes. Are they stupid? Well, not like, sarcastically stupid, but no, they're living in a delusionment. They've bought the lie of the enemy, and the lie doesn't always make sense. That's why he has to have an emotional connection. So the lie is bought. Now evil reacts in violence. He says this is what happens. The one who digs a hole and scoops it out ends up falling into the very pit that they made. What happens is the trouble he causes recoils on himself, and his violence comes down on his own head. Eventually it comes all the way around because God is a just God and he is faithful to his people. And so he ends the psalm by saying, I give thanks to the Lord because of his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High. Gentlemen, I guess my message today is we cannot meet evil with evil, but we must overcome evil with good. And the way that we do that is we got to break the delusionment. The enemy is a liar, and he catches people in a delusionary lie. And our job is not to just scream and yell as loud as they are or act like they are. We have to find a way to prayerfully, by the power of the Spirit, penetrate the delusionment so that it cracks and they see a little bit of truth. Once that happens, everything starts to shift. True in our own lives, true in the lives of others that we might have to deal with. I hope that makes sense. I hope there's a blessing here for you guys, something that you can take with you through the day. So that's it. Have a great day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace, guys.